Welcome or welcome back to Pewdiepie. I'm Zui and I hope you enjoyed today's video. But before we get right into it, I'm obligated to remind you to click either the like or dislike button, commenting something down below, and of course sharing the video so more people can see and enjoy it. This is very important as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. I want you to know that your help is greatly appreciated. If you have any suggestions or ideas for a story, my Discord link is in my link tree that is down in the description, as well as my Patreon and Ko-fi for any donations you may want to send my way. Every cent counts. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. The sun rose above the horizon. You looked outside the window next to you as the first rays of sun touched your skin. Had you really been working all night? For an exceedingly long time you had been working in the nurse's office of Recovery Girl. Your quirk had been regarded as useless for combat, hence why you didn't get into Class A or B. For you it was general studies. However, after a second quirk evaluation it had been decided that your quirk needed to be supported regardless. However, it wasn't until a Class A first year came into your office, battered and broken, when the true value of your quirk allowed itself to be shown to you. You stood over him, Recovery Girl next to you. "Well, girlie, he's too far gone for my quirk," she said. "Yours, however, could fix him." You blushed. At the time you had never used your quirk as intended before, only in small doses really. "But wouldn't that be weird?" "Well, if you can live with being responsible for death, you're the wrong school, girlie." Upon saying that, she had hit your knee with her walking cane and just left. You turned off your work computer and got up on your feet, tired and a little dehydrated. You walked into the other room where Recovery Girl was having tea and biscuits. "Good morning, child." She twisted her head. "Thank you for that bookkeeping. My eyes aren't what they used to be. It would take me days." You smiled in response. "It's fine, I gladly did it." Yawning, you stretched. "Here, dear, have a cup of tea with me." You sat down on the seat before the old lady. Gently you took the cup she offered you. It was lukewarm already, just as you liked it. "So, child, are you about to get into your third year? I was thinking of letting you go work at the hero agency." You blushed hard. What? But I can't fight like this." The old woman smiled gently. "Surely you understand heroes get hurt, and that they do more than fight." Your face turned red. "Well, child, it's just..." Embarrassed, you scratched off your shoulder. "I know your quirk is rather revealing, but I'm positive there's a compromise. Maybe a proper costume." The boy had lied before you, his entire body covered in bloody bandages. His bones creaked as he breathed, barely audible. Sighing, you closed the blinds of his bed as he began undressing. The boy, barely able to cling to conscious, watched your silhouette. His eyes, albeit unintentionally, widened. Immediately closed them, pretending to be still knocked out. Quiet, like a ghost, you slipped through the veil as you climbed onto bed with the boy. Your exposed skin made contact with his warm, hot, broken body. He exhaled in pain as he felt your touch. He felt small in your arms, So small. With your eyes half lidded, you began to quietly hum, mostly to take the edge off both yourself and him. Ah, yes, Izuku Midoriya. You blinked. Yeah, I thought you were talking about him. You blushed hard. I think he was quite happy with the healing you provided. The boy's so helpless. His quirk is too advanced for his own body, and I can't keep healing him. It takes too much energy from his body. But yours is perfect. I don't know. There are many heroes running about in revealing clothes. You would be the only one. And working with heroes, would be less difficult, I hope. At least with heroes you know. If you started working at an agency. The old lady sighed. And besides, if the Germans saw your quirk do its thing, I'm sure they would handsomely reward you simply because their quirk evaluation led to the discovery of you, and they'd consider your quirk holy. I can't. Can't I just continue working here? Child, have you considered the fact that you're 18 now? Your eyes widened. Soon you will be 20, then 25, then 30. Trust me, that happens faster than you think. The problem is I can't let a 20-year-old cuddle up with 16-year-olds. That would not only be morally wrong, but also borderline illegal. I'm going to recommend you for the Agency of Endeavor. You gulped loudly. Don't be afraid. 3 of our best students are going there already. Shoto Todoroki, which is understandable, Endeavor's his father. Bakugo Katsuki, as expected, someone like him only demands the best of the best. Oh, and, our little problem child, Izuku Midoriya. Not thinking, you spit out your tea. Ch. Dear, has no one ever told you a true lady never spits? You apologized and wiped off the stains with a handkerchief. I must have hit a nerve. What's my child? He's the first one who saw me use my quirk. Of course I'm gonna react like this. Recovery Girl chuckled. To be young again like you. It's perfectly fine. Even if he's the only one you will ever fully lie with, your quirk still worked with just your arms. Hugging someone should work as well, especially when your quirk evolves in the agency. As you lied with the boy, you could feel his body react to your presence and your quirk. It began rapidly to heat up and morph from under you. He sighed in pain, no longer able to pretend to be knocked out. Are you all right? You whispered. It's okay, I think. Your face was right above his ear. It was as if your voice was caressing his brain. What is happening? He asked. It's my quirk. Initially it was just called Mercy. I could heal wounds by touching them, but when the Germans did their quirk evaluations a few months ago, they discovered that my quirk is apparently better, and they demanded I train it. And they renamed it to, well, something stupid. Holy Mother of Sorrow. I see. Basically, the more skin contact we have, the better and faster the healing is, you said. It may be a little hard for you, Oh yeah, it certainly is hard. He stopped moving and you both blushed. Sorry if I made it awkward. Your right hand danced across his bandaged chest as you comforted him. Tell me your name, please. He gasped. Izuku. You raised an eyebrow. So that was the boy who kept hurting himself. Recovery girl couldn't stop talking about him. You're a little famous here, you know. Strange, though, you spoke. It seems whenever I could have caught a glimpse of you, I had been busy. For example, I was sick when you got hurt during the tournament. You know, between the first years. And I had been busy cramming for school during the last school festival. Smirking, you added. Plus, you don't look like much. Please don't tease me. Not in a compromising position such as this. I understand. With your left hand, you gently touched his face. He had a soft plume around his cheeks. Despite only being a year younger than you, he still felt like a little boy. All the other male students in your class were fighting their beards with all their might. He felt so soft. Izuku, you whispered. How did this happen? I've been told your quirk is too powerful for your little body. He gulped. It is. He stopped mid-sentence. He almost admitted the secret of his quirk. It is what, Izuku? His eyes moved into the back of his head out of sheer pleasure. He was feeling really good. And the pain was almost gone. You were glad, however. He was just as embarrassed as you were. It made it easier. Doesn't matter. You, feel nice. Soft, said Izuku. I feel warm and, comfortable. He was really just trying to fill the void of silence. I see, you said, amused. This is the first time I'm doing this, by the way, you muttered. For your first time, you're doing great. You sighed happily. Thanks. You're making this less hard than I thought it would be. Can you please not say hard? Please? Sure, I'll use difficult from here on out. Gently you buried your face into his neck. He exhaled. Calmly. So did you. You soon left the nurse's office, head red from anxiety about your upcoming move to the hero agency. Your quirk was considered slutty by the general public. You really didn't want anyone to experience it. Or, well, anyone but Deku. And even for him, his only benefit was being the first. You had slept with him through that night, that day. Pressed naked against him. The more you were overthinking it, the more you felt like a bond had been forged between the two of you. That felt too special to be broken by muddying it with other people. You walked over to the first year's dorms and sat down on a nearby bench, thinking about him. Sure, it was silly. You wouldn't consider it an obsession, more a need. You haven't talked to him since then, and you just wanted to make sure he didn't hate you. But then again, why would he hate you? After all, you healed him. After a while, you were noticed by someone, another member of Class 1A.
Who are you, Ribbit?
She asked. I'm a second year. I'm waiting for someone. The girl put a finger under her chin.
Waiting for someone?
Yeah. Could you send out Izuku, please?
Sure thing, Ribbit.
This was stupid. You had cuddled a bit, talked a bit. So why in the hell did you want to continue this? You barely knew him. You should leave immediately. But then, he appeared behind the glass door to his dorm, and he approached you. A look of mild confusion on his face, he sat down next to you. So, he started. Long time no see? Morning. Yeah, morning. Exhaling slowly, you continued. I'm glad you're already awake. He shrugged. Yeah, you know, the early bird, you know, the early bird catches the worm, you know? Why are you here? I'm not upset or anything, I'm just confused. Why are you confused? He shrugged. I honestly thought you hated me. For making you, do that? Smiling, you replied, I'm not upset. Just, I've been overthinking it a lot and I came here to tell you something. Something important. Izuku gave you a look that portrayed both curiosity and anxiety. I can't stop thinking about you. I like you, and, well, the recovery girl, she wants to transfer me to Endeavor's agency to become a fully fledged healing support hero. The boy now gave you his full attention. That sounds fantastic. I don't see the issue. I don't want to heal anyone else but you, you admitted. What we did felt intimate. I think it feels wrong to have that with anyone else. Feeling a sudden jolt of courage, he huddled a little closer to you. Your fingers touched, and you looked at his face. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. You two have been on my mind. And the thoughts of you lying with another man, it hurts. It really hurts. You lifted your hand a little and gently placed it on his. Then, would you like to go on a date sometime? He smiled. It looked a bit forced, but it was meant to be genuine. Yes, I would love to. Let's become partners together. We could achieve so much. It would certainly allow you to use my quirk at 100%, he interrupted. Oh, sorry. You smiled in response. No, it's fine. How does Friday sound? I've gotten some money from Recovery Girl. I would love to invite you for some ice cream. That sounds lovely. And Friday sounds good. I'll come meet you at the UA entrance gate after school ends, okay? Okay. Today's video had been suggested by Discord user Sable. Thank you for your kind suggestion.